call and go with the general.
Have a Merry Christmas from NBC 5.
Now at 5, Midnight Mass. The message from Cardinal Blaise Cupich as he celebrates a scaled-back Mass at Holy Name Cathedral overnight. Also, what's open, what's closed on this Christmas Day? We break it all down.
I wouldn't have gotten to where I am without others.
She turned her life around. This is a miracle.
And a Christmas miracle indeed. The obstacles one woman overcame and how that helped her win a brand new car. The news at 5 starts right now. Hey, good morning. Today is Saturday, December 25th. Merry Christmas to you. I'm Regina Waldrop in for Kate Chappell. Let's start with a check of the forecast with meteorologist Aisha Scott. So it's a wet, not a white Christmas.
I know, and it's a gray Christmas too out there. So we've got some rain to track. We've got fog that we're starting off with on this Christmas morning. Merry Christmas, everybody. You can see here on Live Doppler 5, we've got some light showers mainly out to the west across parts of our western suburbs. But when I put a loop on radar here, you can see where they're headed. They're generally moving off to the east. So we're not completely done with the rain yet. However, we will see big improvements as we go into the afternoon. I mentioned the fog that we're dealing with too this morning. So we've got most places seeing visibilities down to 4, 5, even 6 miles. So if you are about to head out early, just make sure that you are using extra caution on the roads. Now, the fog will not last all day. The rain will not last all day. We'll talk about what you can expect for your full Christmas forecast. That's coming up in just a little bit. Regina?
Thanks so much, Aisha. So many Catholics celebrated Christmas by attending midnight mass. And at Chicago's Holy Name Cathedral, the tradition once again looked a bit different. Jen DeSalvo is here with more on how some of the faithful worshiped overnight. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Regina. People were welcome to Holy Name Cathedral for midnight mass this year, but because of the ongoing pandemic, those who wanted to were also able to worship from home. And that's because, once again, the Chicago Archdiocese created a virtual Christmas Mass to keep people safe. At Holy Name Cathedral overnight, Mass parishioners lined the pews of the midnight Mass. An orchestra played hymns and Christmas favorites, and a choir sang through a virtual connection. Cardinal Cupich welcomed those who watched from home to the Mass on the Archdiocese YouTube channel.
We are once again recording a televised Mass for Christmas morning. It has been prepared so that as many people as possible from our Catholic community, and indeed all people of goodwill, can come together as a virtual community in this holy season. And though our gatherings in person may at times still be limited, there should not be any less joy.
The church decorated beautifully with classic poinsettias and green Christmas trees donning white lights. The broadcast from the midnight mass, well, that remains on YouTube, so you can watch it at home. But if you're well and willing to venture out this Christmas morning, there are still several live in-person Christmas Mass ceremonies at Holy Name. Those are at 7, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30. However, the 10:30 Mass will also be streamed to celebrate from home in your PJs if you must, Regina.
All right, thanks so much, Jen. President Biden and the First Lady make a surprise Christmas visit. Yesterday, they greeted patients at Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C. It's the first time a sitting president has taken part in this annual holiday tradition at the hospital. It was the third visit for the First Lady, continuing the annual tradition of First Lady celebrating the holidays there. And today, thousands of families will be treated to a special Christmas dinner thanks to the Salvation Army. 2,500 turkey meals will be passed out in Humboldt Park. It starts at 11 a.m. at Harbor Light Freedom Center. So just what's open and what's closed on this Christmas day here in Chicago? Well, most pharmacies like Walgreens or CVS should be open, but always call your neighborhood location first to make sure. And if you're looking for something to do today, well, the Willis Towers observation deck is open late tonight. The Brookfield Zoo's open, the Millennium Park Ice Rink's open, and Art on the Marta is doing 2 shows tonight. You could also take a classic Christmas trip to the movies. Pretty much everything else closed. If you want to go shopping at a big box store or mall or your main street, you'll almost certainly have to wait until tomorrow. Most grocery stores won't be open today either. Some restaurants, some will be, but make sure you call ahead. And there's still lots of questions this morning about the terrifying scene that happened at Oak Brook Mall. Just one day before Christmas Eve, a shootout wounded 4 people and forced the mall to go on lockdown. V. Wynn reports.
People headed to Oak Brook Mall for some last-minute holiday shopping.
Kind of a crazy day for us right now, trying to get as much shopping done as we can to enjoy tonight.
Tom Wright and his wife had plans to get everything done, but couldn't after a shooting shut down the entire mall.
We just was really shocked what we saw it happen. More than anything, just surprised that it actually happened here.
Investigators believe an argument led to a shootout between 2 men near the Ann Taylor store. One of them was shot. The stray bullets also hitting 3 innocent women.
Fortunately, everyone's in stable condition, even the offender who was shot 4 times. They're all in stable condition, and they'll be released from the hospital soon.
Shoppers returned to the mall on Christmas Eve to see a heavy police presence, officers doing extra patrols as a precaution.
I think their presence alone sent a message to our community and to the county that this is something that they're going to deal with seriously. And that actually made me more confident coming here with my 13-year-old son to shop again the next evening.
While the search continues for the 3rd suspect, Scott Johnlich says his heart goes out to the innocent victims and their families.
Our prayers are with them, and we hope they have a speedy recovery, especially this time of year during Christmas. We wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
New overnight, a shootout between a man and Chicago police on the near west side. This happened on Hastings Street, just south of Roosevelt Road, around 10:45 last night. Police say 2 armed men were approached by officers, and one of them fired at them. Now, the officers fired back and shot one of those men. The man is expected to be okay. The officers involved were put on routine administrative duties for 30 days. The Bulls are impacted once again by COVID, but it's not a player this time. It's head coach Billy Donovan. Now, the team announced yesterday he entered the league's health and safety protocols. This news comes a day after all the players placed in protocols early this month had been cleared. Between December 1st and 13th, 10 players were affected. Top assistant Chris Fleming will serve as acting head coach during Donovan's absence. The Bulls host Pacers Sunday night. And Silver Cross Hospital in New Lenox is restricting visitors due to the rising number of COVID-19 patients. The hospital will allow only 1 designated visitor for each patient. Exceptions will be made for pediatric patients and patients nearing the end of life. Children younger than 16 may not visit. And the Museum of Science and Industry will soon require guests to be fully vaccinated. The requirement starts Monday, more than a week before the citywide vaccine mandate takes effect. Anyone over the age of 5 will need to show proof of vaccination, and you can bring your card or an official record that reflects which vaccine you got and when. The museum will also accept a digital photo of your vaccine card. We have continuing coverage of the pandemic on our website. Answers to all your questions you have about symptoms, testing, and quarantines at NBCChicago.com or the NBC Chicago app. You can now submit your claim as part of a massive Zoom settlement over alleged privacy and security issues. Zoom denies the allegations but has agreed to pay about $85 million, according to that agreement. Now, if you paid for a Zoom meeting app subscription between March 30th, 2016 and July 30th, you can file a claim for $25 or 15% of what you paid for the subscription. And those who registered, opened, or downloaded the Zoom meeting app between those dates can also file a claim for $15. And now to a suburban car dealership making a big difference in a woman's life. They gave her a life-changing surprise just in time for Christmas.
I lost everything to my addiction, nearly my life.
The 200-word essay is soul-bearing and brutally honest.
When I got clean and sober in 2019, I knew I had to change everything. I was already homeless and pushing 40 with 0 family support.
LaToya Glover wrote it about her life. This week, she learned her essay was chosen as winner of the Homewood Chevy Cares car giveaway contest.
This is definitely an up. And I hope that other people, see that, it's ups and downs. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am without others.
LaToya's prize, a brand new 2022 Chevy Spark.
Chevrolet of Homewood. Hey! Help me congratulate LaToya Glover on her brand new Chevrolet Spark.
Homewood Chevrolet received 400 submissions for the free car contest this year. The essay question: how would a new car change your life? Steve Filipos owns the dealership, which is also picking up the sales taxes and paying for oil changes on LaToya's new car.
Do we believe in miracles?
Yes.
And our miracle is LaToya right here. She's gonna, here, we're gonna look at her 5 years from now, and she's gonna be a successful at whatever you wanna do. And hopefully we did this much to help you get there.
LaToya works at a grocery store in Homewood. She'd often take public transportation or ride shares to work.
Oh. So nice.
This is her first new car. She says she plans to use it to help others.
It's a whole new world that's opening up to me. So I can't even imagine what's about to happen. It will change my life immensely, immensely. And I'm more than grateful.
So not only does LaToya plan to use that new car to get to work, she also plans to use it to help others who are struggling with addiction. Up next for us, banding together, how a tornado-ravaged community of Mayfield, Kentucky came together to make sure kids have a Christmas this year. Plus, Christmas around the world. We'll show you celebrations that happened at the Vatican and in Bethlehem. And now a live look outside in Chicago. I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas morning with loved ones. We're back after this.
Gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
New this morning, a man is dead after being bit by a shark in California. Now, people near Moreau Bay Harbor will not be allowed back in the water today. The attack happened yesterday morning while a man was boogie boarding. First responders believe it was a great white shark that bit him, but that's still not been confirmed. Well, travel is treacherous for some this holiday weekend. Heavy snow, mudslides, and deadly flash floods are prompting emergency evacuations in some parts of the country. Oregon's governor has declared a state of emergency lasting all the way into the new year. And there are some signs of hope for survivors of the devastating tornadoes that ripped through Kentucky. Yesterday, the community of Mayfield came together for a massive toy giveaway. With help from social media, they collected thousands of toys for families who lost everything.
This is how Mayfield comes together, and we all stick together, and we will come back.
The survivors say they're most thankful to be with their families. Pope Francis celebrated Christmas Eve Mass at the Vatican before a smaller than usual number of worshipers. It comes as Italy set a new pandemic record. Yesterday, the country had 51,000 new cases. At midnight, Mass made a return in Bethlehem, but last night there were no international tourists allowed. Israel reinstated its travel ban because of COVID. Well, still ahead this morning for us, making a difference on Chicago's west side. How a group of Santa's elves brought holiday joy to kids in that community. But first, Aisha Scott's here tracking your Christmas Day forecast.
And I'm tracking rain and fog on Live Doppler 5 this morning, but the rain won't stick around all day, so it will not be a washout. We'll talk about when the rain moves out and what we can expect going into the afternoon. That's coming up in my full forecast.
Monday at 2 on NBC 5.
And now to making a difference on this Christmas Day. A group of Santa's elves gave out a trifecta of holiday cheer. We're talking toys, tacos, and hot chocolate. The plan was safe, too, because recipients could drive through. Kai Martin went to West Garfield Park earlier this week for the story.
What would you like? Yeah, no, I'll surprise you. That's all right. I'll surprise you.
9-year-old Brooklyn will get a few hand-picked toys for Christmas, thanks to actor-director Taronda Jones, a South Side native who knows what it was like to go without.
I remember growing up and not having the resources, so I want to change that narrative about our people not having the resources. Black Village Foundation, that's what we do. We provide not only financial resources, but we provide food resources as well.
A taco truck arrived to fill bellies. The drive-through system kept people distanced and warm. Walk-ups were accommodated, though. Jones and her Black Village Foundation, along with Rotary and Toys for Tots, didn't want to turn anyone away.
I hope they leave feeling just empathy, not only for their kids, but for other folks' kids like we're doing. We show a certain amount of empathy, and I feel like that's what the world lacks today. We just need to love on each other, and we live by the slogan, it takes a village. And then the checker game. You're so welcome.
Taronda Jones is starting a clothing line, and she's also starring in an upcoming Lifetime TV movie. But she tells us her most favorite role is that of a giver. In West Garfield Park, I'm Kai Martin, NBC 5 News.
Time now, 5:19. That means it's time for us to get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Aisha Scott. So I walked outside this morning and it felt good, but it just felt weird on Christmas Day. It's so warm and the rain.
I know. We're dealing with mild temperatures, the rain, the fog, the clouds, all of that really helping to keep us kind of mild. I was hoping for a white Christmas, but not this year. We'll have to see what happens next year. So if you are about to head out early, just a heads up, we do still have some light drizzle out there, some fog this morning. It's 48, though, right now in Chicago. We've got a cloudy sky, so it is dry at the moment in Chicago. There could be some drizzle, but it's dry overall, meaning we aren't dealing with any steady rain. Temperatures out there are very mild. We're at 48 Executive Airport, 47 DuPage, Merry Christmas to you, 49 in Romeoville, 48 in Valparaiso and Morris right now at 48 degrees. It is very mild out there, even compared to this time yesterday. We're running anywhere from 7 up to 16 degrees warmer in places like Executive Airport. So speaking of the rain, live Doppler 5, we still have some showers out there, but it's mainly off to the west. We've got a few very light showers down across parts of our southern suburbs as well. But notice here, the track is generally off to the east. However, this batch is falling apart as it moves eastward, so we'll keep a chance for some showers in the forecast for the next couple of hours. You can see that here on Stormcast. By about 9, 10 o'clock is really when we'll start to see things really wind down, and then into the afternoon, the clouds will clear. We'll get some sunshine in here. So if you do have any plans this afternoon, especially outdoors, maybe the kids want to play with their gifts outside, they can certainly do so today. Now, overnight tonight, we'll keep just a few clouds overhead, but it's dry tonight. It's chilly, though. We'll drop back into the upper 20s, and then by tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, we'll start off with quite a bit of sunshine. We'll go with the partly cloudy sky, but those clouds will quickly increase out ahead of our next storm system. This system will bring us rain and the chance for a mix and maybe even a brief period of light snow, mainly to the north. This is Sunday night into early Monday. So most of Sunday will be dry. By Sunday night, that's when our rain and even our, precip chances really start to go up Sunday night into Monday. Today, though, we've got showers during the morning, clouds during the morning as well. It's partly cloudy by the afternoon. Temperatures, you'll notice, will fall into the low 40s by this afternoon. And then this evening, 5 o'clock, we drop to 40 and right around 37 by 8 o'clock tonight. Going forward, temperatures today, by this afternoon in the low to mid 40s, 42 on Sunday. We're staying above average even into next week, 48 Monday, 45 on Tuesday, but our rain chances will stick around going into next week as well. We've got morning showers on Monday, a mix to rain showers on Tuesday. As of now, we dry out Wednesday and highs dropping back into the 30s, which is actually closer to where we should be for this time of year. Regina?
It definitely feels different right now.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, Aisha.
You're welcome.
Moody Tongue Brewing Company in Chicago has made one of the most expensive beers in the world. Check this out. Their creation was unveiled just in time for the holidays. It's from black truffles sourced from Western Australia. The aromatics combine that truffle with baked beer with subtle notes of toasted Pilsner malt. Now, this 12-ounce bottle costs a whopping $50. But many who've tried it say it's worth it. Definitely investment there if you like beer. Well, coming up, creations from the cast, the special cookbook released from the actors and actresses of the One Chicago shows on NBC. Plus, Window Walk, how one Chicago neighborhood is celebrating Christmas with an annual tradition of storefront displays. And, oh my goodness, look at this. I love this tree. A live look outside. I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas morning with your loved ones. Chicago's Pilsen neighborhood has celebrated the holiday with its annual Christmas Window Walk contest. Businesses paired with artists to create a holiday-themed storefront display. They announced the winners earlier this week. Panaderia El Cambaro, the one with the festive cactus in the window, took first place. All the windows will be on display through the first week of January. And some of the stars of the 3-1 Chicago shows on NBC are showing their favorite holiday spirit, with recipes. It's in a free digital cookbook now available. The 32 pages are filled with recipes from the cast of Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire. That includes recipes like roast suckling pig, roasted Brussels sprouts, spicy tofu, and pinwheel cookies. So we told you last week to start looking for those Girl Scout cookie sales, but they're not just bringing us joy, they're also giving back. The group's Gift of Caring program donates cookies to essential workers, members of the armed forces, and local nonprofits. Last season, Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana gave out 230,000 boxes. There are many ways you can help the cause.
And if you don't know a local Girl Scout, we have a cookie finder app that you can use. It's free for Android or iPhone users. Or you can go to gscookiesnow.com and you will be able to find a girl who's selling cookies and be able to either purchase them for yourselves or purchase them for the community.
You've got until March 21st to order your cookies. Next for us at 5:30, celebrating safely, the recommendations from doctors on testing for COVID as tens of millions of people gather with loved ones this Christmas. And saving Christmas, how donors stepped in after someone stole a shipping container that had $50,000 worth of toys. And our Jen DeSalvo is following our top story this morning.
Merry Christmas, Regina. That is our top story and the different ways Holy Name Cathedral hosted Midnight Mass last night. We will share with you how you can still see that Mass from home and hear Cardinal Cupich's beautiful homily. It's a good one. That's all coming up.
Enjoy.
Now at 5:30, celebrating Midnight Mass on this Christmas day, who Cardinal Blaise Cupich thanked as he and Catholics gathered overnight at Holy Name Cathedral. A Christmas Carol returns to the Goodman Theater tomorrow, but how you can hear an audio version of the play on this Christmas morning. And it's not a white Christmas, but a wet one this year. Meteorologist Aisha Scott will have a look at how long this rain will hang around. The news at 5:30 starts right now. Good morning. Welcome back. I'm Regina Waldrop in for Kate Chappell. We start with the forecast and meteorologist Aisha Scott. Usually we take my daughter sledding on Christmas Day. Not going to happen this year.
It is not going to happen this year. I know you got to head somewhere else, right? Because we've got temperatures well above where we should be this time of the year. Let me show you here. Speaking of the numbers, we're at 46 Aurora, low 50s this morning in Joliet, and 51 right now at Midway. Good morning to you and Merry Christmas. We've got fog, also a little bit of mist and drizzle out there as well this morning. So again, temperatures are well above our average. Starting off this morning, live Doppler 5, we do have some showers. Most of it is back just west of the city. We've got a few very light showers to the south. Notice here as I put on the loop over the past several hours, this is all moving off to the east and it's falling apart as it does so. But I'm going to keep a chance for a few showers over the next couple of hours before things start to dry out by the afternoon. We'll talk more about your full Christmas Day forecast, and we've got a look at your full 10-day forecast that's coming up in just a little bit. Regina?
Thanks, Aisha. Another year of Christmas during a pandemic, but it didn't stop worshipers from attending Midnight Mass, some in person and others from their own homes. Jen DeSalvo joins us now with more on how people are celebrating this year. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Regina. Worshipers were able to attend Holy Name Cathedral for Christmas Midnight Mass, but since we are seeing COVID numbers surge for yet another holiday season, the Chicago Archdiocese is putting Mass in your home. A virtual Midnight Mass was streaming live on YouTube overnight. It had additional special features before the ceremony began. Cardinal Blaise Cupich begins Mass with some remarks and thanks those who have helped care for us during the pandemic.
There's so much to be thankful for this year. The dedication of our frontline workers and the life-saving vaccines are making it possible for many of us to safely gather with our loved ones again, as long as we take the right precautions.
After his remarks, a choir of vocalists from churches all over Chicago and the suburbs like St. Benedict, Old St. Pat's, Incarnation Church, and so many more. They virtually sing while practicing distancing. Once church begins, you can see masked patrons taking in the beautiful sights of a Holy Name Cathedral classically decorated for the holidays. And during his homily, Cardinal Cupich spoke of the shepherds, the unseen who make such a difference in our lives.
You know, I always thought I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, but I forgot that somebody gave me the boots. How true that is for all of us.
It really was beautiful, and the broadcast remains on YouTube for you to watch at home. But today, there are several in-person Christmas Mass ceremonies. Those are at 7, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30 at Holy Name. However, the 10:30 a.m. Mass will also be streamed. Regina?
And Jen, it's so good that they're offering different ways for people to worship.
Yes, very much appreciated for those of us who are still a little hesitant to go out in large crowds.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. Well, a spike in COVID cases is affecting holiday plans for people across the entire country. More than 1,000 Christmas Eve flights within to or out of the U.S. were canceled due to staffing shortages. Now, the surge has also put popular Christmas shows like The Nutcracker and A Christmas Carol on hold. And doctors are urging everyone to get tested before continuing on with their normal Christmas gatherings.
Every day, including the day of, and testing negative on all of those days.
And as for Omicron, studies show it's far more contagious, though its symptoms can be more mild. Now, the Goodman Theater's A Christmas Carol is back on stage tomorrow after suspending performances due to COVID. But in the meantime, they're extending the magic of the holiday classic to homes across Chicagoland. WBEZ Radio will air A Christmas Carol, an audio play, today at 10 a.m. The Goodman recreated its annual production of Charles Dickens' classic, especially for audio consumption, voiced by an all-Chicago cast.
That's just a wonderful opportunity. I mean, the WBEZ partnership and with Vocalo as well lets us bring the piece we made last year, which during the initial days of the pandemic, we weren't able to do the live show. And so we made a radio show version, which is really great. It actually maximizes the use of sound.
And tickets are still available for Christmas Carol at goodmantheater.org. It runs until New Year's Eve. Holiday shopping took a turn when someone opened fire at Oak Brook Center Mall. And right now, police are still searching for one of the suspects. Now, the shootout happened Thursday night. 4 people were hurt and shoppers were forced into lockdown. The mall reopened the next day on Christmas Eve with an increased security presence. We spoke with some shoppers who say it's making them feel more comfortable.
I think their presence alone sent a message to our community and to the county that this is something that they're going to deal with seriously. And that actually made me more confident coming here with my 13-year-old son to shop again the next evening.
So investigators believe an argument led to a shootout between 2 men near the Ann Taylor store. One of them was shot. The stray bullets also hit 3 innocent women. Everyone is going to be okay, but police continue to search for a third suspect. This man seen here in the blue puffy coat with distinct markings on the back. So just what's open and closed on this Christmas day here in Chicago? Well, your local pharmacy is probably open, but call to double check first. If you're looking for something to do today, you could head to Willis Tower. The observation deck's open late. Also open today, the Brookfield Zoo, the Millennium Park Ice Rink, and Art on the Mart's 2 nightly shows. You can also always take in a classic Christmas trip to the movies. And pretty much everything else is closed. Shopping at a big box store, mall, or Main Street will have to wait until the 26th. The same goes for grocery stores, but some restaurants might be open. Just make sure you call first. How about this for a Christmas present? The Powerball jackpot is up to $400 million, and the cash option is an estimated $292 million. This is the 3rd time this year the jackpot has gone that high. The drawing happens tonight. And a Christmas miracle comes to life thanks to the community. You may remember the local organization Kids Corner. Someone stole their shipping container early this month. It was filled with $50,000 worth of toys that were supposed to go to families in need. Donors stepped in, making it their mission to get all $50,000 worth of gifts replaced, and they made it happen quickly.
The city of Chicago showed up and showed out. They didn't leave us. We've been to Waukegan, we've been to Kankakee. Our first stop was Gary, Indiana, where we serenaded outside in front of Michael Jackson's home. And it's always so much fun because the kids are excited. The only requirement is that everybody has to dance and sing with Santa before they get the toys.
The replacement gifts went out yesterday to people of all ages, and all of them so very thankful. It's been a tough time for families during the pandemic, but there's a lot of joy to go around this Christmas. Hundreds of Chicago families received surprises yesterday and support from people who wanted to lend a helping hand. Here's Chris Hush.
For those who've let the headlines,
there is a lot of negative news out there and a lot of negative stories being told,
overshadow what's
all right, y'all want to go to the fun area? Yeah. Come on, follow me.
Right in front of us.
We're here today to tell a different story.
The true heart of Chicago still beats.
That's a sewing machine.
Shy gives back. Its volunteers and donors fulfilling entire Christmas lists for 30 families.
And this season is not easy at all. For myself, for other families, but there was a blessing to put me back on the Christmas spirit, because I was not in the Christmas spirit at all.
2,200 gifts stacked high in the Jesse White Community Center, overflowing with toys, coats, and support during an uneasy end to the year.
It's still not the glimmer of hope that we thought we would have coming out of the pandemic, and families are now scared again, and that makes our giving and what we're doing here today all the more important.
That spirit spreading over to Bronzeville, where more than 75 families
received a fully cooked Christmas meal, brand new winter coats, brand new toys, and age-appropriate educational products to really make sure that they had a smile when they woke up on tomorrow morning.
I got me some Legos. Then I felt a little bit older, I got me chess.
A very good thing that somebody would think of other people at the time, but some families not able to get their people something, and this is very generous to help out with that.
And yes, times may be tougher, more than ever right now, but people are also giving more than ever during these tough times.
It's a blessing to give away to people in need.
Students from the I Am a Gentleman Incorporated Male Mentoring Academy putting the values they've learned into play.
It makes me feel good because I know growing up I was fortunate enough to have gifts underneath the Christmas tree, but I know some families aren't that fortunate, and the reality behind it is that we shouldn't leave them out.
You really don't have to look too far when the light is actually much brighter than you think. Chris Hush,
Merry Christmas!
NBC 5 News.
And a special citywide alert from Chicago police. Their helicopter unit spotted something unusual in the sky last night. Take a listen.
I just want to report something suspicious. I'm seeing something out here. Yeah, we're over the lake, and it looks like a banner tower, but it's dark. Wait, those are reindeer towing a sleigh. Hey, wait, that's Santa.
Yes, Santa made a visit to the Chicago area, bringing joy to kids and some adults all over the city and suburbs. And Santa and his reindeers aren't the only ones that are in the sky this Christmas. Find out what's launching this morning that could be a game changer when it comes to space exploration. And Christmas meal giveaway. The huge turnout this week when a church gave away 1,000 meals in the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood. When we come back, oh my goodness, we want to take a live look outside. Breathtaking. I love this city. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas morning with your loved ones.
Consider it done.
Now, the Harlem Globetrotters are coming back to Chicago. The team has quite a legacy of breaking racial barriers. And next week, they bring their one-of-a-kind entertainment to Allstate Arena in Rosemont. Here's Leanne Trotter.
One of my favorite things I really love to do is spinning the basketball.
This is Too Tall Winston. His real name is Lucius, but the Globetrotters give all their players nicknames as part of their shtick.
You're actually not too tall.
No, I'm not. I am 5'10" on a good day, but my teammates always say I play like I'm too tall.
The Harlem Globetrotters are known for their theatrics and showmanship. They are not originally from Harlem. The team was actually founded here in Chicago on the South Side in 1926. It was one of the first all-black basketball teams. And remember the legendary Curly Neal, the ball-headed trickster who was with the team during their heyday? Well, he passed away last year, and this year the team will pay tribute to him.
We're going to do something really, really special during the game to just give him his flowers because he was just such a big person for us being with the organization over 20 years.
As much fun as it is to watch all the antics on the court, what they do off the court is just as important.
Just being ambassadors of goodwill, we're just bringing so much joy, so much love, so much happiness to so many different communities. I really just love going to schools and sitting down with kids. I love going to the hospitals and sitting down with kids.
And kids are among their biggest fans.
I like to just take the ball and go around and put the ball sometimes right on my head as well. You can also take the ball too and just take it around the back just like that. So if you definitely want to see some great, amazing tricks like that, we'll be in Rosemont December 27th and 28th. So come on out.
All happening at the Allstate Arena. Leanne Trotter, NBC5 News.
So happening in just under an hour, the world's most powerful space telescope is set to lift off. NASA will launch its $10 billion telescope-turned-rocket from the Guyana Space Center at 6:30 this morning. It's supposed to help us learn about what happened billions of years ago when the very first stars and galaxies were being born. Scientists say we may be able to discover planets that have similar conditions to Earth. On Tuesday, that launch was postponed due to dangerously high winds. I don't think there are any high winds for us this morning as we get a check on our forecast with meteorologist Aisha Scott. But it's definitely a different feel to Christmas. You know, I lived in Oregon for a time, and it reminds me of Christmas in Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No snow.
I know, no snow. But you know what? My first Christmas in Chicago, I was really hoping for a white Christmas. It's more so gray. Maybe next year. We've got a gray Christmas today, but it's actually going to end up pretty nice. We do have some sunshine in the forecast, but we're starting off certainly on a gloomy note. Temperatures, look at these numbers. This is insane for Christmas. 43 in Waukegan. We're at 48 Wheeling, Romeoville. We've got some rain showers in Wheeling right now. 52 in Kankakee, and Merry Christmas to you in Valparaiso. You're at 48 degrees. Keep in mind, in Chicago, we actually already hit our high temperature of 54 degrees. That was after midnight, and our temperatures have been falling ever since because we had a cold front move through. Also, what we're dealing with this morning, we've got some reduced visibilities across the area due to some fog. We're down to 6 miles in DuPage, 5 miles in DeKalb, 4 miles Aurora and Gary, and 3 miles this morning in Valparaiso. So if you do have to travel early, just make sure that you are using extra caution on the roads because they are slick, but also because of the reduced visibility. Live Doppler 5, speaking of the roads being slick, we've got some showers out there, and these showers continue to make their way off to the east. So I am going to keep some showers in the forecast for the next few hours. However, by about 9, 10 o'clock, we really start to see those rain chances wind down. And then by the afternoon, if you do have any plans this afternoon, especially outdoors, maybe those kids are going to be playing with some toys outside. We're actually shaping up pretty nicely. We'll see some sunshine by the afternoon. Overnight tonight, just a few clouds overhead. That's about it. It is colder, though. We'll drop into the upper 20s. And then Sunday stays mainly dry, but our clouds will be on the increase. However, we start to watch our next storm system. That system will bring us the chance for rain showers, also a mix, even some brief periods of light snow farther off to the north. This is 9, 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. So again, most of Sunday will be dry, but during the nighttime hours, that's when our precip chances really start to go up, and that will last into the day on Monday. Now, it will be a breezy day today as well. So winds picking up, gusting to about 20, 25 miles per hour today. As we go into the overnight hours, those winds will relax, so they will fall calm. And then Sunday, it's another breezy day, gusting anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. So today, here's how your Christmas weekend forecast looks. We've got rain to sunshine today. It's 44 by this afternoon, 42 on Sunday with increasing clouds. Most of Sunday will be dry, but again, that precip moves in Sunday night, lasting into Monday morning. We've got some morning showers on Monday with a high in the upper 40s, mid-40s Tuesday, and we could have a mix to rainfall on Tuesday. Tuesday looks like a really rainy, gloomy day. We dry out Wednesday, and those temperatures plummet closer to where we should be in the 30s by the middle and later part of next week. Regina?
Thanks so much, Aisha. And now to making a difference. St. Sabina Church held a Christmas meal giveaway this week. The church teamed up with Manny's Deli to donate food packages. Now, the giveaway led to big traffic backups. Chris Coffey was there.
Outside St. Sabina Church, a long line formed and cars stretched for blocks as Manny's Deli donated 1,000 meals to residents in the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood.
As you can see by these lines, these people are lined up for blocks and blocks and blocks that they really need the meals, and they're really excited to have some Manny's corned beef.
The bags included corned beef, bread, mustard, and sodas. Carol Johnson said she is truly grateful for the meal.
It means I can feed my family. That's what it means to me, through Father Mike Flager.
Father Michael Flager tells us the need is great.
Every bag does 4 people. Bless you, thank you. Merry Christmas.
I just had to get in there.
You know, when you have people lined up on the street, cars for 5 blocks, walking down another block and a half, the need is great. So thanks to all those that helped us.
St. Sabina says it just wants people to have food for Christmas. And while we were here, we witnessed an incredible act of kindness.
To get anything, I was coming to get something. I'm on a bicycle.
This man, Edward, said he arrived too late for the food giveaway. That's when Carol Johnson stepped in and offered her family's meal to Edward.
But since you don't have anything, I'm going to give this to you.
Manny's Deli says customers donated funds to provide all of the meals.
We're just grateful to be able to give back to the city of Chicago and the community here at St. Sabina, and we're just fulfilling some great holiday gifts for people.
In Auburn Gresham, Chris Coffey, NBC 5 News.
The Bulls suffer another COVID setback, but this time it's not a player. Mike Berman has a preview of morning sports.
Now, the Bulls didn't even have 24 hours to celebrate the end of their COVID crisis. Plus, the NHL pushes back its return date. And when you tune in to watch the Bears game Sunday, you're going to see a new, yet old, starter at quarterback. We'll explain next in sports.
Firefighter Maggie Gronwald knows how.
Good morning and Merry Christmas, everyone. The most interesting thing we have left to watch as the Bears wrap up this dreadful season is Justin Fields. And now, at least this weekend, we don't even have that. The Bears have made the call to start Nick Foles on Sunday in Seattle. How'd we get here? Well, Andy Dalton is out with an injury. And yesterday, Fields missed his second straight practice with that ankle injury he suffered Monday night. Matt Nagy says the rookie might be the Bears' backup against the Seahawks, but starting is out of the question.
His injury has not gotten worse from the beginning of the week. It's getting better, but it's just not at that point where we, like we always say, we're going to always make sure that the player's health is number one. We can't put the player at risk, no matter who it is. So when you do that, it's easy.
Fields tweaked his ankle in the second quarter against the Vikings, but it was in the third quarter that he got shoved out of bounds, leading to some extracurriculars. Bears lineman Tevin Jenkins was fired up, and he defended his quarterback, but of course drew a flag for doing it. Yesterday, the rookie explained what he was thinking.
I saw Justin getting hit while running out of bounds, It's not something you really want to see. I don't want to see that, of course, but after that, that whole altercation went down. You guys can see it from video. I don't want to talk about it really. As a man, I I'm over it. As a player, I'm over it. I'm on to the next week.
We're on to the next week, too. Hey, hockey fans are going to have to wait another day for the NHL to start back up. The league is delaying its return to play until Tuesday. The Hawks are scheduled to host Columbus that night. An extra day gives the league extra time to analyze COVID tests as players get back from the holiday break.
Everybody's out of protocols right now. Everybody's been available to play.
That was Billy Donovan a couple of days ago after his roster spent the entire month fending off COVID. Finally, everyone was back. So imagine Donovan's frustration yesterday when he had to enter the league's health and safety protocols. Assistant Chris Fleming is going to serve as Bulls head coach while Donovan is out. And finally, the Bulls are not one of 10 teams playing today, but let's remember when they did play on the holiday. Their last Christmas Day game 5 years ago. And 10 years ago, Derrick Rose did this. The go-ahead bucket with less than 5 ticks left. And then on the other end, Luol Deng blocks Kobe Bryant at the buzzer, and the Bulls stun the Lakers in L.A. 88-87. We will certainly enjoy watching NBA games today, a couple of NFL games as well. You know, it'd be really nice if the Bulls are back playing on Christmas Day next year. You got to be relevant to be playing on Christmas Day. And Billy Donovan's team certainly is, once again, relevant. All righty, folks, that is a wrap on your Saturday morning in sports. Hope it is a wonderful Christmas day for those who celebrate, spent with family and friends.
Ahead at 6, thousands of travelers had their Christmas Eve flights canceled yesterday, while airlines say the Omicron variant is to blame. Plus, how tornado-ravaged communities in Kentucky found a little hope on this holiday.
Compared to many